Alright, here we are, Game 3 between Gambit and Team Spirit. Winner of this game will go on to take on Na'Vi in what I believe is a best of 5. It says it on the schedule, best of 5. Sometimes that gets switched last minute, but we'll find out. Take a look. Team Spirit, they ban out Bane, Shadow Shaman, Tusk, and Clockwork, while Gambit again ban out that CK, not giving it up to Illidan, Razor, Drow, and Gyro. They pick up the Tiny and the Rubik, so Lockdown here is the name of the game for Gambit Esports. And then Team Spirit, Witch Doctor and Sand King picked up for them, and they have Lockdown again. FNG back on the Witch Doctor, as well as Biver back on the Sand King. This is GESC Jakarta lower bracket finals between these two teams. Again, winner takes on Na'Vi of this game. And let's take a look. Legion Commander, Clockwork banned out, Gyro, as well as the Faceless Void. We'll get right on into the third pick. Says Team Spirit needs all 3 of their cores, and they'll go to their Enchantress. This time, DK Phobos will try to show us how it's done. Last Enchantress didn't do quite so well. Cheshire Cat not having an amazing lane up against that Lycan, as well as Biver and FNG on the support set they'll be playing this game with the Sand King and the Witch Doctor. But now it's Enchantress's turn to try, or DK Phobos' turn to try and get this Enchantress working. We'll have to see how this goes. Maybe a different lineup. See how it goes with a different man playing it. And now Gambit Esports with Tiny and Rubik. So they need their 4-position roamer. They also, we'll see if this Tiny's in the safe lane or mid. Could also be in the off lane. I've seen Tiny in that spot plenty of times. Well, let's see as Gambit are getting ready for this third pick. What to go with the Tiny? That's what you really want to know with this 4 position. Night Stalker still available. And Jakiro picked up. Now, is this a core Jakiro or a support Jakiro? Could be split in the 4-5 here with the Jakiro and the Rubik. While the Tiny is in that core role, this could be offlane, could be 4-5. We'll have to see what they go with for Gambit. But I kind of like this. The telekinesis into the ice path is usually an easy combination to hit. And that combined with the Tiny avalanche toss is quite a bit of damage early, especially with the dual breath. You've got that slow to work with, liquid fire as well. I could see this tri-lane, if it is Tiny safe lane, go very well. Enchantress in the offlane, Sand King for Witch Doctor, 5 for Team Spirit. See what they want to go with coming into this next pick, and it will be Sven for Illidan. Although I think, was it Team Spirit we saw throw a Sven into the mid lane recently? Batrider picked up for Gambit. That'll probably throw the Jakiro into the 4 position. But again, Batrider could be in the 4 spot as well. He's a very aggressive offlaner, and it gives them more lockdown with the lasso. So, lasso, ice path, telekinesis, avalanche toss, all there for the side of Gambit to try and lock down Team Spirit, while they have the Burrow Strike cask as well as the Storm Hammer to work with.
5 seconds remaining.
Ban out that Venomancer, which I could only assume would be a mid-Venomancer of some sort. Let's see. Team Spirit, we'll see if they, I don't know if it was, I can't remember it completely. My memory is sometimes not that great. I can't remember if it was Chinese Dota or the CIS Qualifier where they threw the Sven over mid. So the last ban is going to be the OD. So they're expecting that Sven to go over into the safe lane, which is pretty standard. And in all honesty, that's where you'd think a Sven would go. The only reason I question is because recently I saw Sven go mid. But other than that, I mean, I wouldn't expect it to go back mid. Let's see. Last pick here for Gambit. They, I would say, are looking for a mid laner, but they could go to the Tiny into the mid lane, go with a different safe laner. I wouldn't be all too surprised with that. And Gambit, they pick up the Medusa, which could go mid or safe lane as well. I think it does come down to whether or not, or what Team Spirit do pick up.
10 seconds.
So Team Spirit, they've got the Sven.
5 seconds.
See what they want to do over mid. Mid against, I mean, they could go back to the Queen of Pain. That wouldn't be too bad. That's aggressive. They've got lockdown already. High damage output from Enchantress from the Outliers. Maybe they go Sniper last? But this is a hero on Gambit that, or the couple of heroes here on Gambit that do have Blink Dagger potential in the Bat Rider and the Tiny. As well as the Rubik a little bit later, but that's a long ways off. So maybe they don't want to go to the Sniper. But other than that, I don't know. You could keep Sniper in the back lines, have Sven kind of tank everything for you. So let's see what Team Spirit want to do. I do like the Queen of Pain. I do like the Sniper pick a little bit. Not too sure I like it overall, but we'll have to see. I do think if Sven frontline Sniper could do quite well. Medusa, for right now, I would assume is in the safe lane with Tiny over mid. I think we've seen G on the Tiny before, and that would put Daxic on the Medusa. So 14 seconds, Team Spirit taking all their time to think of this next pick. As it will be Phantom Lancer. Okay. Mid Phantom Lancer. Safe lane Sven. DK Phobos in the off lane. Biver back on the Sand King. FNG with the Witch Doctor. Safe lane Tiny. Mid Medusa. So G on the Medusa. Daxic on that Tiny. Off lane Cheshire Cat with the Bat Rider. Always want to fly in that 5 position. Jakiro and Bignum on the Rubik. So lockdown here for Gambit. We'll see if it's enough. We'll see if Team Spirit are able to man fight through this Medusa. I mean, Medusa with the Stone Gaze up against Illidan and ILTW on the Phantom Lancer and the Sven might be a little bit hard for Team Spirit to break through. I kind of like Gambit's draft overall. They have good amount of lockdown here for them. Can work with the Telekinesis into the Ice Path. And then for the side of Team Spirit, they have the Stormhammer, Burrow Strike, and Cask to work with. Enchantress early damage with Impetus. Phantom Lancer eventually going to that Diffusal Blade. Sven, Blink, Stormhammer. So let's see how we fare in this game 3 between Gambit and Team Spirit. Winner again takes on Na'Vi. And they will put G onto this Medusa, so we'll see how it works out. Medusa over mid up against ILTW on the Phantom Lancer. That's Phantom Lancer into a Medusa as well, which is a bit interesting to me. I mean, of course, Medusa with the split shot will be able to not get the untouchable slow, or will be able to avoid the untouchable slow with the split shot, hitting at this Enchantress if DK Phobos isn't too careful. But I don't know about ILTW over mid against this Medusa. Mystic Snake going to be able to take care of these illusions. As over mid, Daxic here with the Tiny. That with the Rubik. Tri-Lane over top eventually. Telekinesis Ice Path as well as the Avalanche Toss. I could expect for sure Enchantress being in a little bit of trouble as it's not really right clickers going after DK Phobos at this moment. So over in the safe lane for the side of Team Spirit will be the Sven, Illidan here with the Witch Doctor and Biver around. So they've got some lockdown to work with against the off-laner of the Batrider, who Cheshire Cat, I don't think he'll be able to be as aggressive as a Batrider sometimes likes being. You get those sticky napalm stacks, and then you go in with the Firefly. I think there's just too much lockdown for him to really want to go in on this lane over at bottom. So he'll try to farm up from afar, maybe head over into the jungle to get that level 2 and 3. Maybe try to get a quicker 6, but it's going to be tough for Batrider, possibly tough for the Enchantress, and then over mid, we'll have to see how well ILTW does, especially up against G. We'll even have to see what he skills up first. So dual breath taken here, DK Phobos. Definitely able to get harassed out early. And we'll see what he goes for first, if it's going to be Nature's Attendance or the possibly the Enchant coming out too. As it has been, at least in recent history for an Enchantress, has been 0-1-1 to start. Usually you go Nature's Attendance, but it has gone to the Enchant, and I think that's due in part to the fact that Enchantress is going to have a tough time by herself over top, so you need something to try and help you, but only a Hellbear with Avalanche Toss once the Tiny hits level 2, which he is, and maybe just going Avalanche into the tree grab. Dual Breath Avalanche is going to be very tough to deal with DK Phobos with no Nature's Attendance. And he is close to level 2, so he'll probably pick it up level 2. I'd be surprised if he goes to the Untouchable, to be honest. So there's the Avalanche Toss back towards the tower. Nature's Attendance picked up, but with the Dual Breath Fairy Fire, not enough. First blood is split between the two, and Gambit, they pick it up over top, and it was almost a little bit too obvious that Enchantress was going to go down in this lane, going that far forward, taking the Enchant first. Nature's Attendant's not going to help out, and ILTW, he's now going to watch out as he's being pressured in this mid lane. So it just seems as though Team Spirit, their lanes may not go as well. You find a little bit of farm here on the Medusa. There will be problems for the Phantom Lancer, and now this Tiny, let's see if he goes 1-1-1. But Dual Breath again, no Untouchable for the Enchantress, able to be harassed out heavily by this Jakiro, and over top, Stormhammer, Cask both used, and I missed that kill. So if we just close our eyes for just a moment, we envision this stun coming out, as well as the Cask, and then the damage from the Sven. We can see exactly how it happened just over here in the trees, just for 2 seconds. So for right now, Harpy Stormcrafter with the Chain Lightning. There's Dual Breath again. Bignum's come over. Telekinesis to throw him back. Avalanche on top. The toss is even used, but they've already killed the Enchantress. Doesn't matter. Another kill this time going for Always Want to Fly on DK Phobos. And I have talked about the last 2 games how he has found his farm. He found that farm with the Venomancer despite the loss in the first game. Second game, he was top of the net worth with the Broodmother, but this is going to be a hard lane as Enchantress. Meanwhile, over mid, they've got 2 heroes here to help out ILTW, the Burrow Strike as well as the Cast bouncing around, but G with the Mana Shield, able to back off. Telekinesis comes through from Bignum, and G able to withstand the pressure, able to survive, and able to stay in lane, especially with that salve. Phantom Lancer. Now you get the Diffusal Blade to try and counter this Medusa. The illusions get countered by the Medusa Mystic Snake, so it could be an easy, easy trade to deal with for both ends. But And then you got a Tiny who's 0-2. He's a part of every kill so far for the side of Gambit. He gets himself a quick blink or Shadow Blade. I could see a lot of trouble coming out for the side of Team Spirit, especially with the lockdown they have in the Telekinesis, Ice Path, and then the lasso at 6 for Bat Rider. No Ice Path taken for Jakiro just yet. Level 2, one in the Liquid Fire as well as one in the Dual Breath. Level 2 for Rubik, or actually level 3, one in the Telekinesis, 2 in the Fade Bolt. So, Enchantress has now abandoned this top lane, which we've seen every single game so far, it seems like. A safe laner able to get the off laner to abandon that lane and start to farm up like crazy. Tiny at level 5 right now. Hasn't even taken a level in a tree grab. This is a bit of an old build with Avalanche and Toss being taken without tree grab, which of course once was that craggy exterior. But not even taking the tree grab, now level 5, about to hit level 6. This is a Tiny hitting level 6 very quickly. We take a look over the Sven. He's level 6, of course, with the God Strength. But I feel like it's very important to note that the Tiny, with the level 6, with this early farm, going to go Treads, possibly Shadow Blade in, or the Blink Dagger. Ooh, over mid, they start to go in onto the Medusa. They've got the lift on a Biver. They've got Dual Breath from Always Wanna Fly. Doppelganger to avoid the damage, but Bignum chasing Biver to try and get this kill. 2 more shots would do it, but Biver's got the Burrow Strike. Maladin comes out. FNG trying to get the kill with the Spirit Lance help from the Phantom Lancer. Dual Breath again on ILTW. They have the Shrine. Cask bouncing around, but just not enough damage. Now ILTW in a lot of trouble. He doesn't have the Doppelganger up just yet. There's the Telekinesis into the Dual Breath once more. Enchantress here. Avalanche thrown. Not going to hit on anything. Burrow Strike hits on 2. Doppelganger to the low ground. Now the one in trouble is the Tiny. Nature's Attendance healing up DK Phobos to full. They'll lose FNG. And it will be a 1-for-1 in terms of supports. So 3-2 now in favor of Gambit.
Dire's bottom tower is about to flounder.
So Enchantress finds a little bit of farm, goes 2 in the Nature's Attendance, able to survive the onslaught, get back to full health to help out the rest of his team. Phantom Lancer not actually going down. ILTW able to avoid it with the Doppelganger getting to the low ground. I think maybe if Tiny was a little bit better positioned, gets the Avalanche to land, they could get the kill on the Phantom Lancer, but it's a little bit tough. Thankfully for them, they've kept G alive, but the farm has not been great on this Medusa, 21-3. You compare that to the mid Phantom Lancer ahead, and ILTW is winning this lane so far. Sticky Napalm coming through, just trying to stack it up. They've got the God Strength here onto Illidan. And there it is, getting popped. So they want this Telekinesis to roll into the Firefly. Warcry is going to be used. There's 4 stacks into the Firefly, trying to burn down Illidan. The Stormhammer comes out. Now Biver here with the Burrow Strike, and Cheshire Cat. Tower comes in. 1 more shot will get the kill. Firefly trying to avoid Illidan at the same time. And, oh, Sticky Napalm. 1 more shot down to the low ground. There's the Stormhammer. And somebody's going to take the kill, and it will be Biver. So even at 3 as they lose Cheshire Cat for the 2nd time in that offlane. Phobos spotted. I always want to fly. The Dual Breath comes through as well as the Liquid Fire. Just level 3, 2 on the Dual Breath. Take a look over at the Tiny in the top lane. Saving up this money for now, probably to be buying straight into that Blink Dagger. He's level 8, none in the tree grab, going the old build of Avalanche Toss. So no tree grab gotten by Daxic on this Tiny. He's been farming quite well in 8.5 minutes. We'll switch it over to the net worth to see that he's 400 gold behind Illidan, who has a kill and has an assist to his name and already has that Mask of Madness, level 9 with the God Strength, Greater Cleave at 4, ready to go. He's going to be able to take this stack, so stack made for him from the top side of Team Spirit as well. We'll clean this up, and we'll see Illidan probably go for that Blink Dagger as well. You want that Blink initiation with the Stormhammer. TPing over top will be Biver as well as the Phantom Lancer. Avalanche comes out with the cast bouncing around on a Daxic. Here comes ILTW as well as DK Phobos. Biver looking for the Burrow Strike, trying to line it up, being blocked out by his team for now. Doppelganger toss back of an illusion. Daxic still alive, but there's the Burrow Strike. There's the Spirit Lance and the kill for Team Spirit to finally shut down this tiny over top. 4-3, 2,000 net worth lead here for the side of Team Spirit, as they are just farming away on this Fen, and Phantom Lancer having himself quite a good time compared to the Medusa. 400 net worth behind. Illidan, 1,000 gold saved up after taking that stack, and we'll see if the supports go back to stack it up a little bit later. The early Mask of Madness here, I wouldn't be surprised to see Illidan go into the Blink Dagger, and we've seen him just dominate on cores like this. Sven, CK, all his specialty, and Illidan, I think he's ready to go for it again and continue to snowball in this game as the smoke comes out on FNG as well as Illidan. They've got the cask ready to bounce around, and they'll go over towards mid, but nobody is here right now for the side of Gambit. They continue to push. They have ILTW pushing this tier 1. The side of Gambit is actually over bottom, with Daxic now with level 1 in that tree grab, going for the bottom tier 1 with Bignum as well as Cheshire Cat. And over nearby is Always Want to Fly. Meanwhile, in the jungle is G on this Medusa. So that opens up farm for the Enchantress. DK Phobos again somehow finding this farm as the offlaner, despite having a poor showing in the early couple of minutes, dying twice. But it doesn't quite matter, as again, DK Phobos is able to find his farm every single time. I just don't know how he does it. It's usually the team that opens up the lanes for him, and it seems to be working out again for the offlaner of DK Phobos. So Tiny gonna go to the Shadow Blade, not the Blink Dagger. Medusa going for the Mask of Madness, but Sven already has his, and he's going back to base just to heal up. ILTW going for that Diffusal Blade, which is standard on this Phantom Lancer. Ooh, Lasso comes out onto the Sand King, but I don't think that's going to save his life. The Maledict, there's the Impetus, one more shot. There's the kill for DK Phobos to clean up the Batrider. The team cleaning him up for a third time. Bignum there trying to save the life of Batrider, but just not enough. All you have is one support there. Meanwhile, Illidan continuing to push over bottom. It's 5-3 in the favor of Team Spirit. They go after Always Want to Fly. Biver's here. This should be an easy kill. G behind him. I don't think they're going to be able to help out Always Want to Fly, but ILTW getting a little bit low. But with no Bignum here, no supports to help out G, ILTW able to just walk himself away.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So Daxic here. Is that Shadow Blade finished in full? That is. So not down by too much is Gambit. You can still bring this back with a little bit of pickoffs here with the help of the Tiny, who's got this Shadow Blade. They can line it up pretty easily. Avalanche Toss, Dual Breath, Liquid Fire, Telekinesis, Fade Bolt is enough to kill just about anyone here. And I've probably only struggled with the Phantom Lancer. So, over bottom. Let's take a look. The only one here is Cheshire Cat trying to stack this sticky napalm. FNG actually, they miss each other in the trees. They were looking for that cast. Now it's going to bounce around with the Maledict. There's the ulti. Stormhammer hits. You're more than dead. More than enough damage coming out from FNG with that ulti to get the kill for the 4th time here on Cheshire Cat. This is really a poor lane for the offlaner, this Batrider. When you take a look at the comparative DK Phobos, 2,000 net worth ahead. And I think maybe has a kill on Always Want to Fly if he's not too careful. Look at that impetus damage. And when his stacks aren't enough, he turns the attention over to Gambit's stacks and will take them, as well as getting the kill on Bignum with the chase. One shot comes in, cleans it up. Avalanche Toss comes out to kill off FNG. Burrow Strike to the low ground. They try to get this lasso, but no Blink Dagger to catch up. And Cheshire Cat, as well as Daxic, forced to watch him leave over on the low ground. Another stack made here for Illidan. The stacks have been so clutch right now. He picks up the Yasha, doesn't even go for the blink, doesn't really care. He's level 14. Look at how far he is ahead compared to the Tiny, who just has this Shadow Blade SNY finish off for Illidan. And Illidan finding space, Illidan getting stacks thanks to his supports. Is there a stack here also? Oh, God. This is insane. This is actually absurd. As I say that, Stone Gaze comes out just to TP away. They kill off Cheshire Cat again, but that's not new. You know, that's old news. That's fifth time dead old news. You guys don't need to see that. It's more important that we see the stacks being made, which is very important for this Sven of Illidan, who's found so much farm, 2,000 net worth ahead of the opponent's safe laner of Tiny. Witch Doctor, low. They go after Daxic, who doesn't actually get the kill on FNG. They throw out this cask, and they'll back off this Tiny, who's got no more mana left, and just one in the tree grab. Ends up having a TP back to base, and let's see his farm right now. Mask of Madness is going for the Dragon Lance, still behind this Phantom Lance. They're looking for the Diffusal Blade, just one component off of it, and has enough gold. And there it is. So again, the farm, very nice right now for Team Spirit. They've got the Hood of Defiance already out for the Enchantress, going into the Hurricane Pike next. Pushes on, and Illidan, 2,000 more gold saved up. And a stack yet to take. Or yet to be taken. Compare that to Tiny. Just Shadow Blade going into drums. Who's more effective with their farm? I'd have to say Illidan. And Batrider still looking for a Blink Dagger, so far away from it. Cheshire Cat 0-5-0. He can't find a Blink Dagger, and Illidan not only has the Blink Dagger now, but he has the SNY and the Mask of Madness before that. And Illidan, he wants more farm, so he's going to stack up for himself and successfully get it. This is the farming efficiency of Illidan that has been seen just about every game in this qualifier so far. Yes, they are in the bottom bracket here. They are in the loser's bracket, but it's the loser's bracket final. They've only lost to Na'Vi, who are in the winner's bracket final. And this is just showing the strengths of Illidan. Has the Blink Dagger, now Blink Stormhammer to work with the rest of his team. They have such initiation to work with, and 6,000 net worth lead in their favor.
Middle tower is drowning.
What's this? Dire fortified their
So they're going to start to head over bottom. Daxix here. Shadow Blade on cooldown. The rest of the team coming over. Hello, Bignum. Hello, Team Spirit. And goodbye, Bignum. Not just yet, actually. He's able to steal the enchant. There's the God Strength used. Goodbye to Always Want to Fly. You take a look. Bignum actually able to survive that. A little bit of Caster's Curse coming out when I said hello, goodbye, just like the Beatles used to say in the 60s, but Favor ends up getting the kill. They get another one, 10-4 in favor of Team Spirit, up 7,000 net worth, and looking very good just 17 minutes in, as Illidan just continues to destroy farm-wise over the rest of anybody. Tiny's got not much of anything. They're relying heavily on the Medusa to find farm with the Mask of Madness. Now the Dragonlance going into the Hurricane Pike. I just don't know if Gambit are going to be able to pull it out. They're relying a lot on the farm of Medusa, but the farm's so heavy here for the side of Team Spirit. They've already got the Diffusal Blade here for Phantom Lancer going right into the Boots of Travel, then the Heart. Bro Strike comes through, and Always Want to Fly dead again. Over bottom, Stormhammer. Actually stolen from Bignum to save him for just a moment, but little ring around the rosy. I'm faster as Illidan, and he'll get another kill. I mean, he's racking up kills here, 3-0-3, 208 last hits in 18 minutes. That's more than I could even fathom in my own head. I don't think I get 200 last hits in a full game, but again, I also absolutely blow it this game, so I'm not really surprised that Illidan, compared to my statistics of really crappy statistics, makes me look like someone who is really bad at the game. As a, or making me look like a herald. It's really the answer to that one.
Bottom tower is about to flounder.
So 2,500 gold saved up. You take a look at the Tiny in comparison, looking for the Yasha. Has the drums as well as the Shadow Blade. Over top is ILTW. And really, we haven't spoke too much about him. He's only a little bit behind this Tiny, a little bit behind the Medusa. Medusa is going for this Hurricane Pike to try and extend the range that Medusa will have up against the side of Team Spirit, but they can close the distance. They've got the Blink Dagger. They'll have the Stormhammer as well as the Doppelganger to move on forward on this ILTW Phantom Lancer. Ooh, Stormhammer thrown forward. Telekinesis to hold him in place. Macropyre to push them back. Team Spirit won't get this tier 2 for now, but they'll be able to freely back off and continue to get some farm. Ooh, Blink Dagger, Burrow Strike, Impetus. Look at that damage. They don't really care about the rest of the side of Gambit. There's finally the Stone Gaze. Isn't going to be enough. The ulti flying through from FNG. They'll kill off Big Gnomes. Illidan's still not dead. There's the Stormhammer again. The Burrow Strike on 2 from Bivver. The damage heavy from DK Phobos. The Tree Throw. Nobody gone on the side of Team Spirit. 2 die on Gambit. And they will be able to successfully retreat. 14-4, 8,000 net worth lead. Finally, 20 minutes in, Cheshire Cat has found his Blink Dagger, but how much is this really going to help him? So luckily enough for the side of Gambit, G survives. He's able to continue to farm, looking for this 4 staff. We'll look over at Phantom Lancer with the Diffusal Blade, Boots of Travel. Now the heart being built. When you take a look at the Sven, 4,000 gold saved up, 239 last hits, 14,500 net worth, almost a full 5,000 net worth ahead of the Medusa with the Hurricane Pike. What do you do with a Sven so farmed? I really don't know. Or what do you do against the Sven so farmed now with a BKB? Sven's going to be 6-slotted in no time, and they haven't even gotten an Aegis yet. But as I say that, double damage, and why not go right into the Roche Pin? Nothing to lose. God's Strength used, and you'll see how quickly they take it, especially with a farmed Enchantress with the Impetus hitting so hard. They'll have Hurricane Pike to work with. On the back end of this fight, the Telekinesis comes through as well as the Avalanche Toss. They'll take out Bivver. Now they look for more. FNG trying to use that ulti. Stone Gaze used with the lasso coming through on ILTW. They might lose him, but the Doppelganger to the low ground and try and run away. Dax gets here. He gets tossed away from the fight. Here comes the Sven, cleaning up G, looking for more. The BKB's been popped. He looks over at this Tiny. The BKB still running. It's 10 seconds. You don't have enough time to run away. The Ice Path does nothing, and there's the kill. 2 kills for the side of Team Spirit to take out the 2 top cores on Gambit, as well as the fact that they have taken out this Roche. They picked up the Aegis on Illidan, and now there is literally no stopping him. Throwing that away, that Phantom Lancer, just wasn't enough. In came Illidan, and cleaning up was Illidan. Always want to fly in a little bit of trouble. Here comes DK Phobos. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, and 4 shot. That's with the help of Illidan, who gets the Stormhammer and cleans up the Jakiro once again. 10,000 net worth lead, 17-5 in favor of Team Spirit. Down goes the tier 2 mid, and here comes ILTW with the Boots of Travel to continue to push and continue to farm. Tiny with the Yasha going for the SNY. Medusa, Hurricane Pike into the Butterfly, but I don't know how much that's going to help. Down 6,000 net worth to just the Sven. Enchantress going for the Dragonlance. Hurricane Pike, here comes Daxic, but if you don't kill him before DK Phobos gets off the Nature's Attendance, you're not going to kill him no matter what. He's got an untouchable level 4, so Avalanche Toss, you better hope that's enough. Got Bignum here with the Sullen Sandstorm, but in comes Illidan. There's the War Cry. There's the Burrow Strike from Bivver, and another kill for the side of Team Spirit. Another kill for Illidan. 7-0-5. Witch Doctor with the kill on Medusa over mid, thanks to the help of ILTW. Illidan looking to push over bottom. So there's the God Strength used by Illidan. I mean, who's going to try and fight? Medusa's dead. Tiny would die in a heartbeat. They've got BKB 9 seconds for Illidan. God Strength's used. Flame Break doing nothing. The creeps are going to be cleaned up quickly. Fade Bolt still not holding him back. He's got the Aegis to work with. May not even use the BKB on his first life. Being healed up by FNG. He's ready to back up posture and go in again. They don't even care if the Medusa's up in 9 seconds. So go for the tier 3. And here they go again. Blink over forward. There's the Stormhammer. Bro Strike hits it up and down goes Cheshire Cat. Again, the story of the game, 0-6-0. Medusa finally comes out. The BKB used. Maybe right into the Stormhammer. There's the Stone Gaze. Hurricane Pike to try and get away, but everybody's turned around and everybody's gone. You've now got no Stone Gaze to work with. Blink, Burrow Strike, Impetus. Always Wanna Fly is going to hit the deck. Only 3 are alive for the side of Gambit. They're getting run down by the side of Team Spirit. Still with the Aegis is Illidan. There's the Telekinesis finally hitting out on DK Phobos, but look at this damage with the Impetus. Chasing down the side of Gambit with the Burrow Strike hitting. Daxic forced to go all the way back to base. Use that Shadow Blade, and they've taken out the tier 3. And with that, and still the Aegis, Team Spirit will back away, losing absolutely nothing.
I'll take that.
So, Medusa, Stone Gaze, I mean, the rest of everything, not doing anything. You can't stop them. You really can't stop this Sven, and he's got 5,200 more gold. 8,000 net worth in front of Medusa. Daedalus on the way. Full Daedalus on the way. What do you even have, Tiny? Yasha? Going for a Sanjin Yasha? Oh, that's cute. That's very cute of you. As Illidan is now here with a full Daedalus. I'm sorry. You wanted to be a giant rock. You wanted to make sure that my team... Or, not my team. That Team Spirit couldn't win. These are the words of Illidan, by the way. You want to make sure that my team couldn't win? That's not going to happen. Epic Center on top of you. There's the dust onto the Tiny. There's the kill. And down he goes again. You just look at they shred through rock. It's a steel. It's a sword of molten steel. They're able to shred through rock very quickly. Sven takes him out again. He's now 7-0-8. Oh, and I'm sorry. You wanted to use a stolen sandstorm. You've got the stolen Stormhammer. Not gonna matter. I've got BKB. Down you go as well. And now G getting chased down by Bivver. The rest of the team forced back on the side of Gambit and nowhere to go. Jakiro, that's not a safe spot for you to be in. Always want to fly. There's the Blink Dagger as well as the Force Staff forward. Still has Burrow Strike to work with, avoiding that Ice Path. Here's ILTW. The TP nowhere near in time. And down goes a third. 3 dead on the side of Gambit. And only Cheshire Cat and G are alive still. Sven at a whopping 20,000 net worth. The guy just keeps getting stronger and stronger, and nothing is happening for the Tiny or the Medusa, and they've now got a heart on ILTW. You don't have the damage to burst him down. Enchantress can't get killed, going for the Ags next with the 4 levels in Nature's Attendance. How do you even take care of him? Sven, BKB, 2,800 health and 15 armor. What do you even do there? The answer really is nothing. You don't do anything. You lose your shrine over top. You slowly let the side of Team Spirit whittle you away and hope that maybe you can have a good high ground defense and push from there. So Illidan over top. BKB down to 7 seconds. Guess if there's a silver lining of some sort, it's almost that his BKB is 5 seconds. Over top, there's the lasso. They've got him locked in as well as the Stone Gaze, but BKB is used. He goes for the tier 3, not really worrying about the Stone Gaze. The damage is quite nice from Gambit, but they still don't have the kill. The heal is here. You'll toss your Jakiro into utter certain death as Impetus just hits away. One more shot will do it. Doesn't have the range just yet, and Always Wanna Fly makes it back to the high ground. But Nature's Attendant, we're back to full, and Sven ready to farm up. 2,700 gold on him, by the way. Again, 22,000 gold is net worth. No Stone Gaze to work with for 50 seconds, but no BKB here for the Sven, so he's going to be a little bit careful for 23 more seconds as he farms. The team around him ready to go. Phantom Lancer pushing over bottom. An ILTW Heart Diffusal Scotty next.
Under attack.
This is a cute building. I guess we'll take it on the side of Team Spirit. FNG, let's see what he's got. Surprisingly not much. Arcane Boots, 3,000 net worth. These rich cores not sharing the wealth. Then you take a look at the Sand King, Blink, 4-staff, Ags being built up next. This is a Sand King out-farming Cheshire Cat who's 0-6-0. Has 107 last hits. Blink Dagger, 4-staff, but being out-farmed by a Sand King in the 4 position. Level 23 as well, 25% lifesteal, 8 strength, 30 movement speed. Phantom Lancer, he's level 20, picking up that 500 Phantom Rush range, 250 health, and the 20 attack speed. On the side of Gambit, going for the Butterfly, level 18 is this Medusa. 15% Mystic Snake Mana Steel, or plus 15%. 20 damage, and Tiny. Still looking for that SNY. 350 health, as well as 20 magic resistance. Is that enough? So the way for Gambit to come back is to try and hold, but down 23,000 net worth, 24-5 in favor of Team Spirit. It's going to be a rough type of hold. There's the Blink in with the Stormhammer. BKB going to be used with the lasso coming through from the Batrider, but they've got so much damage coming out already. G's going to be taken out first. DK Focus has himself the kill, and they'll also take out Bignum. Nobody's dead on the side of Spirit just yet. The buyback comes out from G. They're trying to chase on down. Daxic is going to be the second one to fall. He's going to buy back as well. The Stone Gaze coming out. They've turned to stone this Enchantress, but do you have enough to get the kill on the DK Phobos? He says no, because he's got the Nature's Attendants. In comes Illidan with the Stormhammer on a 2, cleaning him up with the God Strength. Down goes Cheshire Cat again. No surprise, DK Phobos with the triple kill, ultra kill, and GG called. He's trying to go into the space. He wants the Rampage so bad. Somebody leave, please. And DK Phobos with the ultra kill. They're going to dive in deep, just trying to get it before time runs out. And Team Spirit with the ultimate domination of Gambit will now take on Na'Vi in the final best of 5. So there we go, 29-5, 30 minutes in, 1,000 net worth basically for every minute they played, a kill for every minute they played. 4-2-18 for FNG, 9-0-12 for Illidan, 10-2-7 for DK Phobos, 4-0-11 for ILTW, 2-1-17 for Biver. You take a look at this graph, all Team Spirit the entire time. Gambit could never get off the ground. And Gambit end up getting eliminated in this CIS qualifier for GESC Jakarta. Team Spirit move on to the finals against Na'Vi coming up next. And I'm your caster, BCop, at BCop92 on Twitter, BCop Casting on Twitch. Follow me in all places to know when I'm casting. We'll be back with that best of 5 final between Team Spirit and Na'Vi coming up. Stay right there. Hope you guys enjoyed what you listened to, and we'll be back for more next.